Hey guys, before I start this video, I wanted to give a very quick shout out to Josh or AFO Maryland for the inspiration behind this paint job. Check out his channel for a lot of cool paint jobs. He's done a lot of hydro dipping and he's done some swirl painting as well. So again, I'll link his channel to the description and please check him out. Hey guys, I'm back with another project that I'm gonna start working on. This is my VFC Avalon Saber. I bought this used for a very good deal, and I'm now gonna trick it out. So that's my SRL, and I like to be creative with my guns. I like to make them stand out just a tiny bit, so that's why I just went for this kind of two-tone setup. I might paint the pistol grip black later on, but I have some paracord on, I have some black, just to give it some personality, as well as the red trigger. And the all black, the Avalon looks amazing, but I just want it to stick out. I want it to look different, because you know, I'm a super creative guy. So what I'm thinking about doing is swirl painting the gun. I'm gonna use the colors red, black, and white. I'm gonna swirl paint the rail over here. I'm gonna leave the upper receiver the way it is. I'm gonna swirl paint the bottom, the lower receiver. I'm gonna leave the pistol grip, and then I'll swirl paint the stock. So this is my first paint job. It's my first time swirl painting. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start off with sanding everything down. I won't show that on camera. I'll just bring the pieces back once they're done being sanded. Obviously I got to take all the pieces apart, get the gearbox out so I can get the lower receiver, so I don't want to show you guys that. But yeah, I'll be back when everything's sanded, and then we'll go through the swirl painting process. Alright, so I just finished sanding all my pieces down. This kind of looks cool. I was debating on whether I should just ditch the paint job and stick with this weathered look, but I don't know. I might do that in the future, just scuff up a rail and use it just like this because it kind of looks cool. Anyway, so stock, rail, and mag. I decided to do a mag I don't really care about. I mean, I did take the spring out of it and I covered the holes, so I mean, if it works, that's cool. If it doesn't, it's whatever. And I also taped off the mag well. The other parts I didn't do because I don't think it's gonna matter, but I just wanted to keep the mag well clean because I didn't want to have mag fitment issues. So this is all the paint I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna start off with flat black. Then these are the three paints I'm gonna swirl with. All three of them are gloss, and then we're gonna finish off with some clear coat. All this paint cost me around, I want to say $50 Canadian, 50 or 45. Then of course you need 4X to swirl paint, and yeah, I guess we'll just get started. So for this part, I'm just gonna do a voiceover because I was just saying random crap during me filming this video. So now I just hung all of my pieces outside, and now I'm just basically spraying a layer of flat black on them. So right now you can see me doing the mag, and now this is me going to a rail. I just stuck a broom handle through the rail and I hung it over a drum, and yeah, you just gotta go nice and even side to side, and that's about it. This is me doing the stock. Stock was pretty easy to do. Over here I was pointing at the tubes at the side of the stock because you can actually take these tubes off. So my plan is to swirl paint the entire stock but leave the tubes black, so I have a bit of contrast there. Over here you can see me doing the receiver. Same business here, just spraying a layer of black on them. And make sure you guys keep a layer of tape in the mag well, because like I stated before, you can have some fitment issues if you have picky mags. Over here I put around about 10 spoons of borax in the water. You just want to swirl it around a little bit and wait till it settles. This is me starting off with the mag. I just wanted to start off with something that I didn't care too much about because this is my first time swirl painting. The mag did turn out amazing, as you guys will see in a little bit. As you can tell, this mag turned out just amazing. It turned out a lot better than I expected, especially for my first time swirl painting. So now I'm doing the stock. In a little bit I'll pull it out, and I think there was a bit too much white on the stock for my taste, but like I said, since it is my first time swirl painting, I didn't want to redo it, because I'm pretty sure I would have had to sand everything down again and spray it down with flat black and wait for it to dry and blah blah blah. So there was too much white, but I believe that the black tubes that I removed earlier would help compensate a little bit for the lack of black and lack of red. So you guys will see the stock in a little bit. Now I'm working on the rail of the gun. Just a quick side note, so this is the next day. If you're swirl painting, I would recommend to just do everything on one day, the swirling part of it, because I had this bucket of water in my basement, and overnight it got really cold, obviously. So I ended up dumping like buckets of warm water into this bucket, so it didn't quite, you know, when you swirl paint, it needs to be in room temperature around about, and when I was swirling this rail, it wasn't room temperature at all. It was still a little cold, and that could really mess up your swirl painting, because oil or the paint will dry up a lot quicker. So as you can see, you can tell when the paint starts sticking to my finger or to the little filter I was using. I also apologize for the hair. I know it's a little messy. I just didn't realize before I started recording. The reel turned out pretty well. It was probably one of my favorites as well. I did miss a tiny bit near the back portion of the rail, but that's completely fine. It's not that big of a deal. But anyways, just make sure you guys do your swirl painting on one day instead of making the 2-day thing, because the borax was also it was all over the place as well. So when I added more borax because I added more water, and it was just a mess. So now this is me doing my receiver. So my lower receiver. So this one was a very big pain, because the angle of which I put the receiver into the water was very off. So I only got one half of the receiver, one half of it got paint on it, the other half didn't get any paint. So I just submerged it again, and somehow it worked all right. But that's definitely something I'm going to take care of next time I swirl paint. Just a little rookie mistake. And right about here, I noticed that only half of the receiver got paint on it. That was a pretty scary situation, but it wasn't that big of a deal when I just redid it, and turned out fine. Over here you can see me just spraying more paint and just going at it again. So if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. You can still work around it, but it would have been ideal if I got the entire receiver done with the first dip. So just more, you live and learn, so it's alright. It'll just make the next paint job I do better. This is me just quickly showing off the stock. As you can tell, the swirling was kind of weird little patterns and too much white, but I think the black helped it. And this is definitely my favorite piece, the mag. The mag turned out great. So this paint job turned out a lot better than I expected. It was super satisfying once I put everything together. So you guys will definitely see me playing this on the field, and I'll record some gameplays with it as well. And I'm definitely gonna have more guns swirl painted. So subscribe for future content like this.